All right, hi everybody. This is surprising, but not so surprising. This is all because of Nostradamus and his lazy ways. So, yeah, Taking did it for 2 weeks straight. Now I'm doing it for 1 week. Anime Death Squad, Season 2. I believe it's episode 17. If it's not,
Yeah, it's 17.
It's 17? Okay.
Yeah.
The Will of Bankai. Hell, I'm going with it. I don't give a shit. The Will of Bankai. You could just... Lunar can't make it, guys, so what I'm probably going to be doing is... I already sent an invite to AGN. So, if he shows up, good. If not, I can always go on Skype and invite Smithers and anyone else.
Yeah.
Join.
Who's willing to join.
Yeah.
Willing.
And it's funny that I did it the first 2 weeks, and this week my desktop just is not being... This is all on my laptop right now. I had to set this all up. It works. It's like the weirdest problem I've ever had with my computer. There's internet and there's Wi-Fi because I'm on the internet right now, but none of my browsers will load. None of them. It's the weirdest thing, and I've tried like all this shit, you know, like on Google, like, oh, what do you do with this, and nothing works. So I gotta get my computer guy to come in here and fix it. But yeah, hopefully that'll be corrected by the time the Bleach review's out this week, because right now I can still make videos and I can still edit on here, but I have to dump everything on a flash drive, put it on my laptop, and then upload it from my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. But yeah, alright. Well.
So, yeah, so we're gonna... This should be interesting. I figured we might as well start off with Game of Thrones talk, and then after that we'll talk about the chapters, maybe a little Hunter x Hunter talk, because... You know, that episode this past week was last Tuesday.
Yeah, I kept seeing people making videos about that. I didn't actually, of course, I'm not a huge Hunter x Hunter fan, but I know some people.
So yeah, let's start with Game of Thrones, I guess. I already did my afterthoughts last night. It was, oh man, it was some episode, and at the end of the episode, I was really pissed off at the end. I just, like, you know, isn't he dead? Like, why did that happen?
Did you cringe when it happened? Did you have to turn away from the screen?
I watched it all, and I'm like...
Oh, I watched it all the way through, too, man. Oh, you don't get to see that shit every day.
No.
I'm like... I was sad for the guy, but at the same time, I'm just like, awesome.
And the biggest, like, just insult to injury? That bitch. Cersei stealing, like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was...
Why did I Cersei being a bitch?
Someone needs...
Not there with that...
Killing her, I want to see that happen. Someone needs to slap her. Slap her
Just
and say...
She did get raped this season.
Well, that was filler, though.
Yeah, but still, that was pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Now, question: is the mountain dead?
Well, according to one book reader I heard who was in my live stream in the comment section, no. I don't think so. Also, because now I'm thinking about it, as I'm more thinking about it, but he's not dead, but he's hurt pretty severely, because some people were telling me that Oberyn cut his Achilles tendon.
He
did. He might be having a walk.
He cut some tendon. Whatever he cut around his leg, it made him buckle immediately. So it was probably some major tendon, yeah. And then he stabbed him like square on in the chest. But I mean, some people were saying because he's the Red Viper, he would have poison-tipped weapons.
Yeah, I was just, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but then he like kills him, crushes his head, and then he collapses. So we'll see what that's all about. But
yeah. And the preview basically showed. They didn't show everything. All it really showed was the main.
I missed the preview.
Yeah, it's this main thing with Jon and the Watch. That seems to be the focus for next week. And there's only 2 more episodes left.
Yeah, well, next week's 9th episode, and we all know 9th episodes in Game of Thrones are usually the
big impact of the season.
Usually what they do is the 9th episode is like the big... at the end of the 9th episode is like the big holy fuck moment, and then the 10th episode, the last of the season, is just kind of like to like the post-war, just kind of like figuring everything out, like what happened in the ninth episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had the episode. I think the ninth episode in season 1 was when Ned Stark died, and then Blackwater season 2, and then Reign of the Castle, Red Wedding in season 3.
Well, for me, the Red Wedding, I really never faced anything. My parents think I was weird because I was watching with my parents when I saw the Red Wedding, and I just smiled and laughed.
I read some good comments about it. I read one comment like that made the Red Wedding look like a freaking tea party, or there was a good one. There's, I want the mountain on the next Mortal Kombat game. Because he grabs your head and just like fatality crush.
Yeah, fatality. And the other notables that for the episode for me was the Sansa thing. I was just completely blown away. I was like, who's this girl coming down the stairs, meeting up with Littlefinger? I thought, is that Mother Sansa? No, that's Sansa?
Yeah. I called her Evil Sansa because she was wearing like the
right.
She was wearing the long frilly black cloak with like the spikes, like she was out of Maleficent or something. I'm like, Evil Sansa.
Evil Sansa.
Hollow the songs.
With her showing up, we also had the Hound and Arya showing up at the Eyrie. And
that was fucking hilarious. That was. Sorry, condolences. She's dead. And then she laughs for like a solid 30 seconds.
She starts laughing.
And it just keeps going. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow.
That part,
I don't know if that's like Ira laughing just because like the Hound keeps getting foiled and trying to. He keeps just like the only reason he has Ira is to get money from, like, the user as ransom. And the first thing he was going to do was bring her to Riverrun, and that fell through. And the second thing was go to the Eyrie, and he just keeps
failing.
I mean, it was two things for me. It was she laughs at the Hound, but she's also laughing at her situation.
Yeah.
Like you know.
I'm screwed.
You know,
like,
I mean, what does she have left? She has.
Yeah, seriously.
Sansa and.
Wow, that's a big.
Littlefinger, that's it.
It's just like she just looks around and just like, wow, everybody I'm related to dies.
So
it's just like when I started watching Game of Thrones in season 1, I was led to believe that the Starks were like the main characters, and we lose like 3 of them every season.
And it's like, you know, guess what?
Nah, really.
Let's return back.
It's just, damn.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, what else? There was this thing. Oh yeah, we did get something with John, but it wasn't really that.
The John thing, from what I've heard from people, was filler. Well, more or less, the Gilly thing was filler. I think that scene, all that scene was doing, was setting up this confrontation for next week.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. It was basically setting it up for next week.
Yeah. Because usually how the episodes lay out is if you have if you show everybody's story in one episode, it's going to be very brief, maybe filler. But then there's some episodes where you don't show any, like you don't show Dany at all, but the other things, you know, like with Tyrion's trial, you know, that was a really big thing that week. So you got to kind of like just deal with it. I guess some weeks have to fit them all in.
Yeah. And then there was Dreadfort and Dany. Dany thing, I guess when I was watching Game of Thrones, it never hit me that Jorah was, because people were commenting in the section of my afterthoughts last night, and they were saying, "Oh, that's already hinted Bankai," blah, 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 blah. And I was like, really? It never occurred to me.
I knew it. Because when I was rewatching the whole thing, I was like, oh yeah, Jorah was a spy. I forgot about that. But then they referenced it. It just came the fuck out of nowhere. Just like some kid hands it to... He's like, oh, you're a spy. I'm like, okay, whatever. We're going there, I guess.
Okay, back again.
Yeah.
And then we'll lose that for another 4 seasons.
And then added to the sadness when he collapses on the stairs in front of Dany and is just like, I loved you. I'm like, really? I've been calling him Lord Friendzone because that's basically what he is.
Lord Friendzone. Oh man.
So yeah.
That would make perfect sense.
I hope he shows up again. I really do. That's my ringtone. Okay. My services are needed in the other room. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Services are needed.
Services are needed. What do you need?
So something out of Aladdin. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Well, upstairs. Huh. Yeah, Twilight Yonder, he said he didn't know the Death Squad was going to be on this channel. I was like, yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, there was that, and the Dreadfort scene was pretty much, Theon.
It did what I expected it to do. With Theon, making I figured okay, he's gonna use the Theon disguise and go in and take it over. I knew that was gonna go down.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Ramsay and his dad, actually becoming a member of the Bolton family, that was something I didn't expect, but that was
that was surprising.
Yeah. Which at first I thought he was gonna excommunicate him or something, because he's just look around, you keep messing everything up. Look around. What do you see? He's like, I see nothing. Yeah, I know. Start walking in that direction.
Or he was gonna just pull out a sword and stab him or something. I thought.
For some shit, yeah.
What you doing?
But he did a good job, I guess. You can't really complain. Maybe Ned didn't listen to all your orders, but he got the job done.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was basically the episode. Next week should be pretty damn intense.
Yeah, it should be. It's the Wildlings. It's the Night Watch. Probably.
I think that's going to be the big climax. Is the Night Watch and the Mance Raiders group there? I don't think they're going to reference. They might reference the White Walkers vaguely.
A little.
Or maybe in the middle of that epic battle between the Night Watch and Mance Raider, then the White Walkers show up.
Yeah, because I know, and when you go and you take a look at the books on Amazon, they give you these mini summaries. Now, it's not book 4. I'm not going to say in this live stream what it says, but it's book 5, Dance of the Dragons. It reveals what happens to certain characters.
Huh.
Kind of. It's only a short summary. It just tells something about this one character and this other character, and that's it. In the summary.
Well,
that's
of course, Dance of the Dragons
not always
completely
canon about what
Danny.
But yeah, I have not read any of the books. I could pick the whole collection up.
Yeah. But just the title Dance of Dragons just says something, it's something to do with Danny.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
There's still, there's still 3 more.
Yeah. It's Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Sword of Storms, Feast of Crows, Dance of Dragons. Rick told me the 6th book is something Winters.
It's going to be Winds of Winter and then Dream of Spring.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, then there's going to be a Dance of Dragons 2 and one.
You know what? He might pull a Take No Kubo and just start numbering 2s and 3s after his title. He said that when the series gets caught up to where he's currently at in the novels, he will not even be finished writing the series. So it's going to be a while. I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the story with Game of Thrones. Nothing else to add there. Yeah. The only other thing that I would want to talk about is obviously the chapters.
Yeah.
One Piece is going to be on a break for 2 weeks. See how long everyone lasts?
Something more interesting in Bleach happens.
The Bleach chapter.
Riveting.
I mean,
that's the only one word I can just say for it.
Candace, listen, you're a skank, okay?
She looks like someone from a female biker gang. Really?
I just found it hilarious, you know, like Ichigo knocks her into a building and she's not even really concerned that she just got knocked into a building. She's just like, you messed up my hair. And I made that joke in the review where it's just like, oh god, you know, this is why you don't give women the ability to shoot lightning. The second they have a bad hair day or they break a nail, it'll be fucking World War III.
Yeah.
And all the girls that were on that video, they're just like, yeah, but teching, you really, I would do that too because a girl could spend an hour on her hair. I'm like, oh god, you've just proven my point. But yeah, I think the whole point, Kubo is milking the shit out of this Ichigo entrance. It's only been At the end of 580, we see, you know, spark in the sky. Okay, we don't know it's Ichigo yet. 581 is literally nothing but just showing all the scenes around the Seirete. Look, everybody looking up at the smashed sky, and then Ichigo showing up at the end. And this one is just showing his new wardrobe off, and that's it.
Yeah, his wardrobe kind of looks like Coco's web from Toriko.
Yeah,
really.
Honestly, I honestly just wanted him to keep the sleeveless, Shihakusho he had when he pulled out the sword. Like, he doesn't need a new redesign. I'm thinking the X armor over him is either just manifestation of his full bring, or because the X marks on his wrists are gone and his neck where he has full bring, or it could just be like it could be something simple like just the apparatus to hold up his swords.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
Yeah.
The thing that people were losing their shit about though was the fact that the lower half of his body had like what appeared to be a Captain Haori wrapped around it, and I'm just like, I thought that was just a piece of his robe that just didn't get ripped off of him. Or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I don't think that's what it seems to be. I think it's just
okay. Yeah, and then I everyone's freaking out about that, and I don't even mention it. The thing I mentioned was that his wrists were kind of had like a black band around it. I'm thinking,
which that looks like his final Getsuga Tensho.
I was thinking it's like I don't know, restrictors on his spirit power or something, because the way minor callback to the fight against Aizen when Urahara was fighting him. The wrists are the point where the Shinigami emit their Ryatsu. And people were just saying, like, oh no, he was wearing gloves.Ose are just the torn off parts of them. I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting. I'm sure that's where Kubo's going to go.
yeah. Oh, just gloves.
So bottom line, there's nothing interesting about Ichigo's wardrobe. It's just regular clothing.
Action. So close. Yet.
Don't get excited, folks. But yeah, that's really all there is about Bleach.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, there wasn't really much about it, except I thought it was interesting at the very end. The guy looks like Aizen. He's like debating about choosing whether to go in or not.
My thing is, he's a undercover agent for the Quincy's.
Askin is...
You know, that's seriously who I think he is. You know, he's like, I don't have time for this.
Askin is like this guy because he apparently is a really strong Sternritter, but he doesn't fight. He just spends his time like having picnics on the rooftop, you know? And I'm starting to think, like, wait a second. That might not just be because he's lazy. He might not be fighting because he doesn't want to damage the Shinigami himself, because he might be an ally. Or he's not.
Just too strong.
That's the predominant theory that he's Aizen. But at the same time, like, well, you know, he's a member of the Sternritter. Like, even with Kyokai Suigetsu, would that really be able to deceive Yuha? Because apparently Yuha divvies out his soul to the Sternritter. Would that really be able to deceive him? Just with that? But I don't know. Plus, I don't think Aizen would discuss, because that guy looks a lot like Aizen. He has the same hair flip and everything. Like, whatever.
Like,
or it could be a manifestation of Aizen, you know, because Aizen did say he was researching Ichigo's into his born. He could have ripped his soul and put it into a Quincy body.
He's gonna pop up again. We all know that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it was with
it. That's really much it. So, Toriko, One Piece, or Naruto?
Well, I'm currently trying to catch up with Toriko, but
that's right. You haven't caught up to it yet. You're still doing
I haven't caught up either.
All right.
Naruto,
nothing really major happened in this chapter, but anyway, yeah.
Naruto. I thought it was funny as fuck that.
What a twist!
No, Sasuke just totally burned Kakashi.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like, God. The twist at the end was good and all too. So, no, that was a good chapter.
I was really happy with the way that Kishimoto handled all those different universes that people were like. They're like this infinite.
Oh yeah, each.
Now, granted, I'm thinking when we get to the anime, we might actually have a filler episode for each person's thing, because that's just
which will be annoying.
But the manga did it well. It wasn't even a page. It was like one page took up like 3 people's
each
perspective, and it was just a glance at what that was, and that's all we needed really. We don't need to spend an hour on each person's perfect universe or whatever.
It was each panel.
Each panel, yeah, that's all we needed. Just to show, like, oh, Hinata wants Neji to be alive and to be with Naruto. Okay, obviously we knew that. We kind of had a feel for
Naruto wants to be alive. Want his parents alive. Blah 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 blah.
We kind of already had an idea what everybody's perfect, universe would be like anyway. Like obviously Tsunade wouldn't want Dawn still alive and Jiraiya. That just makes sense. But yeah, the twist at the end with the Kaguya thing, I have no idea where they're gonna go from this. I really don't.
Yeah, I know.
I'm assuming that if it's really Kaguya's will, and she was like dormant inside Black Zetsu, she was just gonna wait until Madara activated his third eye, and then take over. And then I don't know if she's gonna like possess him, and then we're gonna have Naruto and Sasuke fight against Kaguya, and that's like the final battle of the series. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw a funny thing on Facebook.
I just had the worst possible idea what could actually happen at the end of the series.
What?
Naruto uses his power to bring back every single Uchiha back from the dead.
I thought of this.
I saw a picture that kind of scared me. It was the Uchiha clan.
Yeah.
And supposedly, one of the members is the ramen guy.
Ichiraku ramen. Seriously.
I was like,
no.
Apparently the ramen guy is becoming like a meme of some such, because I saw another one on Facebook where it had Pain in the bottom, and he was like a puppet being controlled by Obito, and then Obito was a puppet being controlled by Madara, and then Madara was a puppet being controlled by Kaguya, and then Kaguya was a puppet being controlled by the ramen guy.
And then the ramen guy was being controlled. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. That was like the main plot twist.
It's too much.
We haven't seen him in a while. The jury's still out.
Hey, maybe the secret technique is ramen of life.
But basically, yeah, the whole thing with Sasuke burning Kakashi, that's all founded upon because now Kakashi has no Sharingan. He is basically like, he knows the other jutsu, but he's basically screwed. My friend pointed out, like, I brought up, like, oh, he could still use Raikiri. I'm like, no, because the whole point he had Sharingan was that, he can't use it when he has normal eyes, because tunnel vision, like when he used it in the flashback. So when he had a Sharingan, he could use it, so.
Well, the only technique that is his is Chidori.
Is on, he can still use it, but it's just unruly to use. But, yeah, he's not going to do anything important for the rest of the plot anyway. But I have thought about the whole, end of the series, Rinne revival brings everybody back.
Yeah.
Because the whole plot of the series ending with, like, Naruto being Hokage, that's a moot point at this point. He's a freaking god.
What makes Naruto and Sasuke fuse?
You know what's going to happen?
Okay.
Nani's going to say, yeah, I'm hanging it up. Okay, Naruto, it's your show. Yeah,
I mean,
we're going to do that.
That's where it's going to go down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little upset that we didn't get to see Sasuke versus Naruto, because it wasn't really the only time we ever got to see that was in part 1. And
a little bit in part 2. I read the 5 Kage Summit.
Yeah, there's that too. But you can take it what you can, and hopefully it'll be good way the.
So it would be an excellent battle with their powers that they've got now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's just been really throwing out, like, the what a twist moments. Like, oh, what a twist it was Obito. What a twist Madara came back to life. What a twist it turns out that he, took the Sage powers. What a twist Naruto and Sasuke are parts of the Sage. It's just...
It's taking a tip from,
It's gone. I think we need Haskin to balance it out.
I don't expect you to read it, but yesterday I wrote a 2,000-word essay on useless characters in Naruto.
I read it.
Yeah. I did that for a reason, not just because I have no life. That is true, but that's not the only reason. I'm starting college in the fall, right? And I figured to myself, it's like, well, I'm probably going to have to write a lot of essays, because even in community college, I still had to write, like, each semester at least required me, like, a 10-page essay on something. So I should probably get back in the gist of, like, writing long essays. So I did one on Naruto, and I picked out just 3 characters that I thought were useless, and I go on a rant about it, but, yeah. Most people tend to like it, so there you go.
Well, the characters you did actually find pretty well that they were pointless.
I took my nerdom to a new level, really.
I totally agree with you about Rin. Really pointless.
Rin had no personality. She exists just so Obito has some BS reason why he did what he did.
Yeah.
You really can't say anything. We know nothing about her family. We know nothing about her clan. We know nothing about any really unique personality traits she had.
There's a rumor going around that Rin's an Uzumaki.
She was a medical ninja. Okay, that doesn't really tell us anything about her personality, and that she was in love with Kakashi. Okay, she's a girl in love. That never, saw that before in Naruto.
She's a Sakura.
Basically, yeah. That's just how it goes. Anyway,
that's the only definition they can give her, really.
Basically. Want to move on to One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece, I was like, the ending shocked me, and then I saw won't be available for 2 weeks, so I was like...
Dun, dun, dun.
No,
man.
I had to wait 2 weeks for this flashback.
It was a good ending, like cliffhanger, but it wasn't like a huge, like, holy shit cliffhanger, like, oh, okay, the guy Law was talking about earlier was Doflamingo's brother. Okay. So you know what next chapter's going to be, right?
Flashbacks!
One Piece flashbacks are hit or miss.
That's like a good flashback.
I mean, then we had, obviously, I'll go on a limb and say this. I am nothing against Pika, but listen, you're not a swordsman. I'm sorry.
You can manipulate stone at will. Why the fuck do you even need to be why the hell did he even need to really show himself? Like, okay, let's say in order to use his power, he had to be he had to be like controlling it like a puppet. If that's the case, he's a Logia, right? He can stone.
Yeah, he's a Logia.
Yeah, he's a Logia. He did that huge, massive thing. He's a stone Logia. So you think, oh, he sees my physical body. All right, I'll just turn into stone and like whoosh over here, and then like stone wall and stuff. Like the whole idea of him fighting Zoro in his physical body makes no goddamn sense.
Well, he's a stone head.
The voice is going to be funny in the anime. I can guarantee you, it's going to be hilarious.
Oh my god.
I can sort of go, it could be like stoned.
Because you got to picture that, like whenever he's just like, he's like, Straw Hat Luffy, it's like, Straw Hat Luffy, I want to see him. It's going to be akin to that. It really is. It's going to be fucking hilarious.
I'd actually love to see that.
I don't know. The anime is actually catching up pretty fast. I don't know what they're going to do, because they're going to...
Yeah, I know. They'll have to...
I'm still waiting for the dub version to come out.
Yeah, they're already up to Luffy's fight with the Don Kinjao, so... Jinjiao.
They'll probably have to...
It's like, unless the Dressrosa arc ends within, say, the next 10 to 20 chapters, then yeah, they're going to more so be... They're going to be there for a while, even longer than the manga.
You know what? I've been doing some research on this, on like how long this arc is. The Dressrosa chapter right now, it was easy because it started on chapter 700, so it's 49 chapters in, right? This is one of the longest arcs of One Piece. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I think
it's longer than Fishman Island. It's longer than Marineford. It's longer than Impel Down. The only one that's really in Thriller Bark just barely, but it's still longer. And Eno's Lobby is the only one so far that I've seen that is longer than it.
No, I think Sky. My main experience with catching up to One Piece was the anime, but Skypiea felt long as
I
fuck.
didn't go all the way back to Skypiea. I just checked back to Ina's lobby. But yeah, but it doesn't matter because I just checked like 3 or 4, and I'm just like, well, I thought Impel Down was really long. Impel Down was only like 32 chapters.
I didn't feel Impelled Down to be that long. If anything, I felt like it was a quarter of Marineford's length.
You know what though? Marineford was really short too. But the thing is, when I'm looking up all these titles and seeing how long the arcs were, I'm thinking, damn, these arcs are really short in terms of chapter. But just the idea that Oda was able to express them like with so much stuff in one chapter and so much pages. And the artwork made me feel like I was reading like a much wider story.
It's like for because that is true. It's like Oda, he does put a lot more into chapters than say Kubo or Kishi ever does.
Because he crams so much into one chapter, it's like nuts.
Like people say, like it takes them like just a couple minutes to finish a Naruto chapter or 30 seconds to finish the Bleach chapter. It could take at least a good 5 minutes to finish a One Piece chapter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And the thing about One Piece is I have an app on my phone where I can read manga. So Wednesday morning, I read Naruto, read Bleach. One Piece I can't because there's so much dialogue and so much other like little stuff on my phone. I can't zoom in all of it. I have to look it up on my computer. That's the only way I can read One Piece and understand what I just read.
Well, then that tells you that One Piece has more detail.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Toriko's been getting good too with that, but I can't talk about that because Bankai's not good. Where are you at right now in Toriko?
Last time I'm probably gonna do a live stream of it next week. Hopefully Nostradamus gets off his ass.
Well, yeah, he probably.
If not,
bad-mouthing Nostradamus.
If not, I'll just invite Taking and Luna, and anyone else who reads Toriko. It's right. It's like right after we meet Zebra. So it's.
Are they in the? Oh, it's the Melancholia arc.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not too bad.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll talk about that Hunter episode.
Even though
on that note, I'll be right back.
I haven't seen the episode yet, but I'm all cups of the manga, so I know how crazy it was.
The expressions I was making was pure gold. I might do a live reaction tomorrow for the next episode, but I haven't decided yet.
I don't know. I forgot if anything major happens. Like while there's only 3 episodes left of the arc, I don't think anything major happens till like the very end of the arc, how it ends.
Oh, okay.
No, Magi's out.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
Here's the link.
All right. Good shit. But yeah, it was just I mean, what really surprised me about that episode, AGM, was probably it wasn't. What surprised me was the transformation, but how fast and just how he just
destroyed Pito.
Well, that too, but disappeared. Like he transformed, and he just was gone.
This could be a spoiler for some, but we still don't even know, or it was even ever brought up again, like what the hell was with Gon, I believe, and I am really curious as to how. I have a feeling that has actually something to do with whoever Gon's mother is. I've always had this feeling about that.
Because the explanation they gave in the episode was that it was the opposite of Biscuit. Basically,
Biscuit's the strong.
Yeah, right? But basically, Biscuit currently she looks like a little child, but she
it's like going from a kid to an adult like that. While Biscuit's able to, whenever she wants, go from a child to an adult to a child.
It's sort of like for Biscuit. It's sort of similar to in Yu Yu Hakusho with Genkai, I guess you could say.
It's also similar to how Yusuke's demon form, like what happened with him during his battle with Shinsui.
Yeah. So you could see Togashi is he had that to put it or to suggest. Also, that I was the other things that I might have want to suggest was talk about is this list of sales.
Oh yeah.
Half.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Seeing One Piece at number 2 for once.
And then everyone was like saying, Attack on Titan shouldn't be a number one. Well,
in my opinion, number one should probably, like, of all the series, I guess, like, in terms of the current arc I'm enjoying the most, if I had to say what was number one, even though it's like number 5, was Moggy.
I think Maggie definitely could be there. I mean, it goes to the way you think about it is this. You got to go to Japan, you got to ask them, like the people who are buying the volumes, like, why were you buying more Attack on Titan?
Like, I'm guessing people catch him to the manga, like, buying all the previously released volumes.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard some people say that's actually usually how One Piece always remains on top. It's just people kept playing catch-up by buying the volumes.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say. Yeah. Other than that, there was that. Yeah, I also this totally gave me a what the fuck. Apparently, a Comic IQ is gonna come out in summer.
Yeah, it comes out in July. It was confirmed.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Anime Dev Squad Hangout, number 17. Endorsed by... Wait, hold on. My webcam's over here. Sour Patch Kids. How to get candy. Oh, Bankai, guess what?
What?
I'm reading the Attack on Titan manga.
Okay.
I'm up to... It's really good. I was... I mean, the artwork's not... You know, I heard not great things about the artwork. But maybe it's just because I've been watching it on Toonami and I've just been like, okay, let's give this another shot. So, I just read, like, I think it was like somewhere in the mid-30s. What is the deal with that freaking Beast Titan? That thing is fucking awesome.
Oh, you're gonna find it. It's going to be a mind fuck when you find out.
It is incredible. I'm like, dude.
Oh, wait, you said the Beast Titan? I thought you were talking about the Armor Colossus.
No, the Beast Titan.
That was like first episode. Later on.
No, I know. But yeah, it's like we actually still don't know about the Beast Titan. My bad. It was fun. But yeah, you're definitely going to be in for something soon.
Because I was spoiled on a lot of stuff. I was spoiled on who the female Titan, who the Colossal Titan, who the Armor Titan was. I knew that stuff before even reading the manga. So by the time that was revealed, I was like, okay, I knew that. But I didn't know about this. Like, this thing is freaking awesome. Like, it's intelligent and everything.
It's like the Beast Titan is definitely like one of the big mysteries to Attack on Titan at the moment.
Oh, we don't know about it yet. Okay, that makes me feel kind of good.
It makes a lot of people feel better.
It's like, in fact, I think the Beast Titan is the one spoiler that isn't going around that thing exists.
Well, okay then. I don't feel too bad. I can't be spoiled for it. Yay.
Also, I've been reading Parasite.
Yeah, I read the first couple chapters of Parasite. It's a pretty cool series.
I have to say, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm really surprised. What surprises me is why it took so long to make it into an anime.
I didn't even know it did have an anime.
No, well, it's coming. One's coming out.
Like, what year did it came out?
Oh, a while ago.
How long?
But I first read it like 4 years ago. So
wow.
It's been out for a while.
Like, is it ongoing?
Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Parasite, it's spelled with a Y because it's cool.
So, like, I'm definitely no more looking forward to like the fall season of anime than I am the summer.
Okay, get this. Original run, 1990 to 1995.
Oh my
god!
Anime television series, October 2014 schedule. How the fuck does that make any sense?
What the?
That is like
10 year.
That has to be a record. Ended in 95.
Almost
20 years later.
And began in 1990, and it's getting anime in 2014.
Over 20 years after, almost 20 years since it ended, it gets a
24 years after it started.
It's getting a live action movie in December too.
Whoa,
that should be interesting.
Dear God, this thing's going fast.
So, you know.
Wikipedia.
But yeah. It's a cool series.
Yeah.
It's a neat concept.
I mean, when we start reading it, and you get to the main character and everything, and I thought it was interesting, like like it's pretty fucked up what happens to the main character. I'm like, yeah, holy shit.
But I'm wondering also how, like, in the fall, if I think it premieres in the fall, how Terraform Mars will go.
Oh God.
Go, like, in terms of censorship, and how many people are going to call it racist.
Well.
Wait, what racist now? What?
The Terraform Mars. The thing is.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a manga. Like, let's go and look up what the villains look like. Like, they're cockroaches, and you just look them up.
Okay. Oh wait.
And you'll see why people make racist jokes about it.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen these things on the J Room before.
The memes.
Yeah. I love the J Room.
Yeah. they are really just something.
Well, hey, it's introduced me to some really cool stuff. I'm reading, watching. Wait, what's going on in the background? Okay, there we go. I'm watching an anime right now. It's a slice of life, but it's also kind of like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's oh geez, this title's like so long. It's The Flower We Saw That Day.
That one.
Yeah, that's on my. I'm planning on watching that. Like
good. It's really good, man.
Yeah, I'm planning on watching that sometime this weekend when I'm done with school. Like, it was as soon as I was done with school, was either watch that or start reading the JoJo manga.
Well, I don't know about that one, but I go with this because this one's 11 episodes. It's based on a light novel, but it's pretty good.
Oh, 11. I thought it would be longer than that.
Yeah, it's only 11 episodes from what I've heard.
I'm on episode like 6, so yeah, I'm almost done. That's the sucky thing about it. But
like, I heard like by the end of it, you're going to cry. From what I've heard.
I've almost done it like twice already. It's a freaking emotional series, dude.
Oh, a real emotional series is Clan.
Yeah, I've seen Clan and I didn't cry once seeing it.
I've not seen Clan. I've had a friend that watched it, but she didn't cry or anything.
Might have cried a little, probably late, but probably just.
After the story made me cry a lot.
Not the first one. I think it was the second.
Story did. Yeah.
I don't know why. I get the feeling for people who say they cry during Clan, they are just saying they cried because other people said they cried.
I cried.
Yeah, I cried. I was watching this alone and I cried.
I was watching it alone as well, and I didn't cry.
Well, hey, just full disclosure. I've cried while reading manga, and I've cried while watching anime. It happens. It's a good. It's
actually. Like, I think I've definitely did it in the before, but it's just Clan was actually one of the series I didn't cry on.
Yeah.
And Techie, you have a request. A guy with a username called Fuck You Google Plus wants you to do a live reaction to the final episode of Anohana.
Of what?
Oh, the Japanese name for the series you're currently watching.
Oh, okay.
Do a live reaction to
well, yeah, since I came out and said it, yeah, I might do that. All right. I haven't done a first impressions in a while. I might call it last impressions just for the parody.
Because it's the last episode.
But I could probably do that, yeah, because it's been a pretty good series. I've been watching it like crazy for like the past 2 days. It's really just so. Okay then. But yeah.
I'm currently watching the dubbed version of Day Live.
The dub of Data Live?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my problem with it. Like, when I chose Toka, was anybody
I watched it live.
My mind's blurry.
So I can't comment.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer and I was like, it doesn't sound like Toka.
No.
I mean,
Toka sounds more different than
Yeah,
the voice actor that they chose. Her personality would be a lot different.
You could have gotten so many better ones. I mean, at least from what I've heard, Kurumi doesn't sound too bad. I was like, okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Kurumi does not too bad. So, yeah.
For myself, I'm up to episode 7 right now. Yeah.
Alright. Let's see if I can invite probably one or two more people, and then we'll talk for a while more. And
taking
What's up?
love the Champions of Corruption of Champions ending.
I've had my
Shot
theories
Master.
of what the ending of that series is. Okay, I've thought about
Shooting
it.
Nostradamus as Navi, brilliant touch.
Wait, what?
Shooting Nostradamus' head on the body of Navi, the fairy from Zelda. Nice touch.
That's a butterface. You never heard about that? Everything's good, butterface.
Hmm.
There you go. But yeah.
Like, yeah, since school's ending for me this week, it's like I'm definitely going to start actually get around to finally watching Anohana and start reading the JoJo manga, and I'll probably like actually finish the second season of the Magi anime.
Yeah, I just kind of stopped reading Magi.
Oh, she's gonna get pissed.
With most series that are like over, I'd say 200 chapters, I'm really just intimidated to read because it'll take so long for me to get caught up. You know, One Piece took me so long. Like, you do not like.
How long did it take you?
Okay, Bleach and Naruto I was consistently caught up with. One Piece, I needed to go back. I didn't read it. Like, I didn't start from one point and just go all the way through. I had to I watched it in chunks. I went like from Shabondi to Water 7 to Ines Lobby to Thriller Bark to, you know, like I just like all of like the long ring. I bounced all over the place until I eventually like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. I finally figured it out.
Has like with me,
Wow.
it's like I would like watch a series like I guess I remember found like so many episodes to the point where I was watching entire arcs in one sitting.
Yeah.
But I would take like breaks, like a week break in between. Like it took me 3 months to catch up to One Piece. And it was around the time Fishman Island was wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right before like Luffy defeated Hory Jones, I think, was when I caught up to One Piece.
I started reading the manga when I was like on a weekly basis when I was in high school. I started with Impel Down, and even though I didn't understand a lot of the stuff that was going on, like why are they going to save Ace? Because I kind of remembered who Ace was, but I'm just like, oh, whatever. So that gave me incentive to go back and like figure all this shit out. But I feel really good whenever I do that, whenever I get caught up on a series, because then I can talk about it, like with Game of Thrones. I'm like, okay, everyone's talking about Game of Thrones. It's like 3 seasons, but I got to do this. I got to watch it so I can be on the same level as everyone else is.
Mm.
And
I would say I'm like pretty the same. Like when I started on One Piece, it was probably like a week before my middle school. I think it was like middle school started for me, and I started like in like late August of 2011 and caught up to it by November of that same year.
Mm.
You keep hearing the Skype beep. That's me.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm talking to a girl.
Oh, Nezuma says, wait until you meet steampunk Clint Eastwood.
What series are we talking about here?
That's Attack on Titan. It's the current.
Steampunk Clint Eastwood. That sounds so freaking badass. I'm thinking.
Actually, it is because it was like the last chapter. And once you get to that, you get the full details. It's like
now I'm thinking of like the Terminator in the Attack on Titan universe.
oh my god. Well, it's not like
I'll be back.
it's more to what Nezma just said. Steampunk.
Steampunk. Okay, I get what steampunk means. Okay, all right, that'd still be pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you got Clint Eastwood.
I'm on like chapter I think like 30. Yeah, I just read 33 where the Beast Titan shows up and kind of eats Mike. Yeah, well he doesn't eat him, but he makes the other Titans eat him. So poor Mike.
Oh, that's good stuff, Kicking Man. You finished Pluto. That's a good manga. Yeah, Nezuma says, are there any taking lunar fanfics.
You know what? I have not seen any past week.
Well, the closest thing we have to fanfics, I think, is just the memes. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen like the ones people make of Storo, Jorge, and Smoke Raider.
Yeah, I don't even have. I haven't even seen the memes though. But you know, I'm sure now that I said I don't.
Bankai, I'm in the J room, and Notre Dame's just tag you on a post on how the new Kamigakure chapter just came out.
I don't even read that, so I'm completely lost on it.
I've read around like 20 chapters, but never got around to catching up.
Well, the last chapter just totally. That was fun. I'll have to check it out later. Because, like, the last chapter, I'm not going to spoil, but. Oh my god. It's just. It just goes to show you how fucked up the Empire is.
The Empire I know is from Star Wars. Sorry.
Well, yeah, but it's the capital war empire, like the capital. They it's just fucked up. They brainwash people, make them kill people and shit.
But now that I brought up Star Wars, I need to go see what progress on the 7th movie they're making.
I heard.
Two people from Game of Thrones are going to be in Star Wars 7.
Yeah, the one who plays Brienne is going to be in the Star Wars movie.
Huh.
On Game of Thrones.
And it was just the weirdest picture I saw on Facebook. It was called "and the worst Photoshop ever" underneath it.
I just love the fact that we're here in 2014. Like Star Wars 7, it's actually happening.
Yeah, but it won't be released in cinemas till next year.
They have a kind of a release date for December of next year.
Yeah, I believe it. Actually, I think it's set for December 18th, 2015. I think.
Yeah, it is. We'll see.
Let's hope they don't fuck it up, especially since it's now working for Disney.
Oh god.
Yeah, you know, so we'll see like an alien version of Mickey Mouse just pop up. You know. They're gonna sneak it in some way.
Yep.
A little Easter egg here.
No Jar Jar, I'm happy.
Unless Jar Jar Binks has kids, then we're all screwed.
Jar Jar wasn't even like the main reason I had a problem with Phantom Menace. It was just mostly that freaking speeder chase that took like 30 minutes to finish.
Oh yeah, I always fall asleep at that bit, then wake up afterwards. Apparently,
I mean,
ironic.
It's annoying. It's just that a lot of that movie just wasn't really, you know, action based, and for a Star Wars movie, that's kind of what you need. Like, I mean, of course, obviously Darth Maul was cool, but
yeah, it's like that fight scene at the end was the highlight of the film. Like,
yeah, really. I mean,
Obi-Wan Qui-Gon and versus Darth Maul.
Well, Clone Wars, I was like, and Grievous was good, and what was the third one? Revenge of the Sith.
Count Dooku?
Revenge of the Sith was decent in my opinion.
Well, had a consistent action all the way through to keep you interested, though. Oh, well.
And then Friday comes out that Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, that is.
I've first been getting some good reviews.
Yeah, it's kind of like Groundhog Day, really.
I mean, when I go see that movie, immediately I'm going to think, all you need is kill. And I'm probably just going to say, okay.
Well, it's based off of it, isn't it?
It's based off of it.
Well, that's going to be the movie you guys are probably going to be, everyone's going to be talking about. I'm going to go see The Fault in Our Stars. Because I read the book, and anyone that... No, nobody.
Yeah,
it's a good book.
Like, the next movie I'm for sure seeing is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or How to Train Your Dragon 2, whichever one comes out first.
Yeah. I rarely get to go to the movies like opening night. That's a privilege.
Oh, I don't think I've ever went to a film opening night.
Yeah,
I did for The Winter Soldier, and I went by myself because I'm seeing The Winter Soldier, and I didn't have anyone to go with me. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going by myself. I don't care.
I can always imagine that Angel Kubo's with you.
Oh man. This week in Bleach is going to be nothing but Ichigo probably just. Here's my one new technique.
No, his only technique still.
Somebody left a comment with that thing he was doing with his swords. Maybe it's his Bankai. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I've also had a weird thing as well for Ichigo's power. If he actually does go have his hollow mask on, if he does, he could actually put these swords together and create a Sero.
You know, I heard about the Sero. I just am just astounded that Ichigo hasn't even referenced his hollow powers ever since he got his abilities back in the.
Yeah.
You'd think he would at least, attempt to do it once. Like, I wonder if this still works. No? Okay.
And his mask has changed as well.
Yeah. I mean, you just reference it a little bit. I mean, the same thing when he got his powers back. I was expecting him to hey, Zangetsu, you still there or something, and not even reference it.
Yeah. I think they actually did reference that, that Hollow Ichigo and Zangetsu won it in
much later. I mean, he got his powers back.
When about the battle with when he's inside his soul, trying to control his soul power, he says he is Zangetsu.
Yeah, that was back in Okay, this is how much of a Bleach nerd I am. That was in chapter 540, my good sir. Ichigo got his powers back in chapter 459. Owned it.
I got the Pfizer.
I'm gonna be on my deathbed, and my last thing is someone's gonna what time is it? Be like, oh, it's 4:52. I'm like, I remember Bleach chapter 452, dude. This is gonna be engraved in my brain the rest of my life, even way after the series is concluded.
I could just see in last words, Ichigo was the best soul.
You know what? I'm just glad that even after 3 years of reviewing, and I'm sure Bankai and everybody that reviews series, I'm not sick of the series. I still am entertained by it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I could just see you in your late 60s, all delusional and that. You just grab a stick, gets good attention.
I was worried that when I first started doing this, the first year or so, maybe if I'm just gonna get so burned out on this, I'm not gonna want to review it anymore, and it hasn't happened yet. I'm still,
I'm not sure if I've ever been really burnt out, but there's been so many times where I just can't find the time to do videos, or due to the fact that laziness gets the better of me.
I mean, I'm starting college in the fall. I don't know how the hell that's gonna work. I'm gonna be making a whole video about that, but yeah.
I mean, hey, I reviewed the full arc, and
you reviewed
the anime doesn't get better.
I caught up to the manga of Bleach when the full arc started.
The first half of the Fullbring arc is nothing but Kubo attempting to reboot the entire series, and the latter half is him realizing, oh shit, I can't reboot the entire series.
Oh, I know what I do. Let me copy off you. That would be a great idea.
I get literally, if you want to try and reboot something, take a note. If you try to reboot your series, yet somehow keep everything in the past still canon,
yeah.
Then do what fucking American comics do. Create an entire storyline that involves time travel or destroying all reality and building a new one.
Oh, here's the better thing. Have Ichigo's son do most of this freaking work.
Well, here's the thing. In the Fullbring arc, we had a 1.5-year time skip almost, and we never got to know what hardly any of the characters could do with that time. We saw Oda Hime knew a little bit of a new move. Know about it, and you might be saying, well, maybe we'll learn about it in this arc. No, because they're all learning all these new powers, probably. Orihime and Shad, they're training on the Mundo. So
the only characters we actually saw improve in any form were 4 out of the 5 Shinigami that showed up.
Yeah, really. And the whole thing with Ichigo, he got new powers, only to lose them and gain a whole new ability all over again. So it's
it's like his new powers were useful for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's either.
Well, that's nobody. Oh, your Bankai's broken. We can't repair it.
It's nobody did anything during that time skip, or Kubo just doesn't like to show stuff off. But whatever.
It sounds like
It's
a
like
two-hour kid.
Bleach has Bleach has probably, I would say, one of the worst time skips I've read for a manga. Just how much everything got fucked over.
Yeah.
I think I would actually believe that Sword Art Online has the worst time skips.
Mm-hmm.
What, Bleach?
Sword Art Online.
Oh, Sword Art Online. Yeah, I
Sword
mean,
Art Online. Oh yeah, its time skips were fucking awful.
Yeah. I do have to admit that's its fault there.
That ruined the first half of Sword Art Online for me. Was all those goddamn time skips. Plus, I guess the ending to the first half was pretty fucking awful.
I mean, I get what they were going for. They had to show it. Like, obviously, you can't show Kirito in the game every single day or every single week. You got to keep leveling him up, because I don't know.
They could actually have just put montages.
Isn't what up? The new anime for Sword Art, that's coming out in the summer, right?
Yes.
Next
I
month.
thought it was a spring anime. Maybe got like
Nope.
It's
Nice.
next month.
summer. Okay.
And it will and I may watch it since I watched the first season, which I just thought was decent. Like nowhere near as good as people said it was, but nowhere near as bad. Like it did have some really fucking retarded ass moments, but it has some solid moments here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It does have some redeeming qualities, yeah.
The anime that I've seen that by far has got to be the worst fucking anime I've ever seen was Magical.
Oh, Magical Warfare. I literally
And the only reason for that,
Dude, Bankai, I literally marathon like episode 4 to all the way to the final episode in one sitting, and I regret that decision big time. No, wait, actually, I'm not sure if I do because that ending was something that I think some people should experience. Just see, like, what the hell was that?
problem was they thought, you know what? We're at Madhouse. We're gonna do what the fuck we want. We're doing Hunter x Hunter. So you know what? Let's take these volumes and put them in 13 episodes.
That's probably like the first. I heard that ending was actually not in the light novel. They came over on their own.
Yeah, because they realized they couldn't continue it because volumes didn't come out.
Also, I love how episode was it 12 or 13, the final one, that completely ignored the previous one's existence. That I just found so funny. Like how it just blamed continuity errors and plot holes created by within the first 2 minutes of episode 12.
It was just a bad anime. I just
every time someone asks me what's your worst anime, I can never really answer. I can think of my worst dubs that I've ever heard, but not just all around.
It's like for me when it comes to some of the worst. It's sort of the same with me. I can think of some really bad animes I watch. Like for example, I didn't like Rosario plus Vampire, Watamote, even though a lot of people love those series. I didn't like the Codebreaker anime, even though I thought the manga was decent. I would also probably put recently My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute and yeah, that one, and Magical Warfare up there.
Just by the title of it, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's another thing too. I can think of anime that I've watched that I don't like, but other people really enjoyed. Like I tried to get into Dot Hack, couldn't do it, even though it's kind of a very similar premise to Sword Art Online.
There's a lot of seasons in Dot Hack.
Yeah, I know. I started from the beginning, and it didn't really.
I'm still trying to figure out which one is the beginning.
I have a friend who's really into it. She told me. I can't remember what it was offhand, but she did. It's like, oh, watch this first episode. I'm like, okay, I watched it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of going into the Gundam, and then I looked at it, I'm like, pass. Too many seasons.
I'll probably check out a couple Gundam series when I get a chance. Because it seems like a series I would enjoy. I think it might be also a type of series where I can just watch almost any series from wherever I want.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I think I'm going to be getting off here now.
Okay, see ya, Techie.
Yeah.
a lot.
But it was good, albeit a bit delayed. Not your fault, Bankai. It's just how it.
I went to the bathroom. I came out of the bathroom. I look at my computer. I'm like, I get like 4 messages.
Bankai, you
One
could
from Gavin, one from Zoro, one from Bon, and I'm like, Gavin's telling me all about last night because we did a Skype call that he recorded, and he says he had to the audio wasn't working or something, and he told me about that, and then I was responding to Taking, and Zoro wanted me in the stream. It was crazy.
I was telling Bon this in Skype. It's like I was perfectly just not doing it this week because I'm just like whatever. It was like half an hour.
All this long just to get everything sorted. And you're like
this isn't on my desktop. I'm doing everything on my laptop, so I had to move everything over. My room's kind of cramped. I had to hook up my webcam to it and everything. So this is where Shadow Clone Jutsu would come in handy in real life applications. You go on this stream. You go on this stream.
Grammy powers would actually come in useful for this situation.
Yeah, you know what? I had an epiphany about Grammy today, and I'll tell you my theory, and then I'm gonna leave. Okay, so his power is the visionary, right? He has the ability to imagine anything into existence. And I'm thinking, okay, Yuha bestowed this power to him. But I'm thinking, wait a second, couldn't he conceivably mimic every other Sternritter's power? Think about that.
He would have been the most OP person.
Because he used lava, same as Basby, making his skin hard as iron. He could probably turn himself into somebody else. He could probably, do what Driscoll did. I kill more people, so therefore I get stronger. He could do all this. So then I start thinking one more step beyond it. I'm thinking maybe Yuha's only power is the visionary.
Yeah, but you got me. Grammy's just a brain in a jar.
Really, like he could summon lightning, same as Candace. He didn't do it, but he could have. I mean,
he did summon lava.
Yeah, doing the lava, just getting yourself like super powered fist, like with the power, turning your mouth into like a chain chomp. You could.
He could have used Giselle's power.
Yeah, the zombie.
Zaraki would have hit him. The blood went on Zaraki.
Yeah.
And he could have told him, "Kill yourself."
Because that's how it goes. He's just like, I imagine that I can't die, and if you get my blood on you, you possess. That's how it is. Instead he used all of his attacks for full frontal, just direct attacks, like you'd see anywhere else. Like that was
the only thing that was actually
the first time. Let's try it again.
The only thing that actually worked for him was Gravity Room, and that's it.
Yeah, but so since Grammy's dead now, and his power goes back to Yuha, I'm thinking, well, why does Yuha even need the other letters when he has Remy's power? I'm like, that's like what I thought about. So that's what I was thinking. It's pretty sad that the kid's been dead for like over a month, and we're still like, what was the point of you? What was the point of you?
Kubo, what the fuck were you thinking? Ah.
Okay. See you, everybody.
All right, see you, Taking.
See you, Taking.
All right, yes, we could wrap it up here because we already talked about a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go read that Maggie chapter.
I was reading a chapter of Maggie.
Yeah.
It's like the battle really pretty much. The whole point of the chapter is that they're preparing for the battle.
Okay, because I'm hoping like in the next couple of weeks they finish up this flashback for as long as it has been. So we can at least go back to Alibaba and Aladdin.
Yeah, it's like I can only see now this flashback lasting for probably maybe at the least like 6 weeks, like 6 chapters or something like that, because they still have to deal with Solomon's father. Then Seba has to give birth. Then we're going to probably find out the whole thing about the person who betrayed Solomon.
Yeah. So that should be wrapped up pretty soon. Okay. So yeah, that's it, people. Death Squad, Anime Death Squad, Nostradamus. You better get off your fucking asshole and start doing these. Cause
get a fucking new laptop because at this point, like next week, it'll be being hosted by say. Either you teching again, or Anime Rick, or Lunar, or myself.
Yeah, I mean, But yeah, that's pretty much the story. I haven't really decided if I'm doing a live reaction tomorrow of Hunter x Hunter. I think I might take AGN's advice and wait until the last episode.
Like, yeah. Like,
Because the reason I was debating it was because in the preview, you see Ilkalgo, and then you see Miriam, and then you see an explosion.
Like, here, let me see here. I'll actually go through the chapters right now and tell you if it's worth doing one.
Okay.
Let's see here. I think it is this chapter. Like, I haven't seen a new episode yet, but how did it end?
Well, the ending was,
Like,
Gon, his arm is missing.
oh, So yeah, there's that, which I just gone past, which I'm just looking at which I just got done looking at, and I'm now seeing, like, let's see here, like, yeah, it's looking like if anything's worth doing live reaction to would be most likely the final episode of the Chimera Ant,
Yeah.
but there are going to be major things happen definitely within the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, so
it seems so. Wow, they're actually. I just realized they're covering like 7 chapters in a total of 3 episodes.
damn.
Like the Chimera Ant arc ends at chapter 315,
Oh, okay. So you should,
and the whole thing with Gon that happens around like chapter 306 and 307.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, so yeah, that's the story, people. Anime Death Squad, Bankai 922, you saw it taking. Luna couldn't make it. She was too tired. Bon Anime, AGN, we'll see you guys later. You guys want to sign out?
And sure, I'll start. It's me, I'm a gamer. Yeah, you guys probably know it's me, so bye.
Yeah, this is Mr. Bond of MA007. Same thing.
Yeah, so that's the story. Like I said in Zoro's stream, that was briefly in. I don't think anyone heard this. Wednesday there is no One Piece, so I'm going to do a discussion video. I might do like one discussion video, one Kingdom video. Discussion video is going to be about revenge. I'm going to talk about revenge and different facets of anime, manga, and everything else. And I might do a Kingdom general review, seeing as how there's no One Piece, and you'll get the Bleach review as well. So, and then next week I'm thinking about doing a Toriko live stream, so look forward to that. That's all I got for you guys. Anime Death Squad. We will see you guys later. Peace.